be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
Just having Paul Heyman back in his corner, even the scales here for CM Punk. Just having the wise man strategies and support. Look at this! Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
This is why we call it high risk. A mistake will cost you big time.
Neck breaker after the float over. That was pretty. CM Punk, who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the wise man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now to turn his back on him for tonight. And he gets delivered back into the ring.
CM Punk has had a non-stop grin since walking out here. Remember, securing the main event of WrestleMania was never the goal. Winning in the main event of WrestleMania is. Punk fails to do that, and he'll always look back on this night with regret.
Paul Heyman did tell CM Punk that he indeed will one day main event WrestleMania. Paul Heyman said, "I will be with you when it happens," and it has.
Well, no matter the outcome, CM Punk will forever be a WrestleMania main eventer.
Rollins looking to bait his opponent into a mistake.
He's headed out to the ringside area. Headbutt to the back of the neck. And Roman and Seth, two former allies, would make a lot of sense for them to team up with CM Punk tonight.
Yeah, I think it's way too late to strike that deal, Michael Cole. 10 years of animosity will eliminate all signs of trust between the two former Shield mates.
Remember, in many ways, the obsession by Reigns for Rollins last year cost Reigns the championship in the record reign.
And Punk would be quite happy if that obsession continues. It's clearly personal for Roman and Seth, but for Punk, tonight's just about business.
He's looking for something. This could get dangerous.
And he doesn't even need to swing that kendo stick that hard to inflict a ton of pain.
Quick way to respond with a reversal. And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company. Badmouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Except there's a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
And here he is, heading back into the ring. Forward Russian leg sweep. Rollins getting...
Roman Reigns locked and loaded in the corner.
Piercing shot. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived at the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Looks like he's trying to regain some control here.
Brief sign of adrenaline from Rollins.
Springboard misses the...
Watch out.
Wow, cross body.
Elbow lands hard.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image, and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walks out of here is the champion of a generation.
He's looking to go high risk from the top rope. From the top. Misses. Is big time. Back in the ring. No coming back from Reigns after that.
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority.
Looking to end this. A schoolboy. And he stops the count.
Oh, heinous knee to the face.
I mean, manages to escape. Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now
he lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Big knee to the midsection.
And he's got to do a better job protecting his midsection here.
Slides under the ropes. Back into the ring. And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang. Spear. Stop. Everybody down.
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now, Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth. What's it going to take to end it? It might be this.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Can Reigns recover from that?
2. Oh, and he just kicked out.
The head of the table almost went to the back of the line on that one. Roman better get it together.
And Punk might have just swung for the fences, but it wasn't good enough.
We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
Simply some of the best talents we've ever seen in this industry. The wear and tear on Punk must be turning his insides out at this point.
CM Punk looking to end things here. Gone to sleep. Will that sew this up for Punk? Boom.
And Punk now looking for the pinfall. Breaks the close count.
So late into the match and still able to kick out. Incredible.
Boom. Thanks for coming. Looks like he's coming back in.
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
The cover for the win.
Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
A moment of pure vindication here.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career, too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles, but after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to...
The WWE Championship, one of the... There is so much electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Bret, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years, and it never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count. This Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Mike.
Sky high. He answers right back.
Beautiful side Russian leg sweep.
Part with a... Cutting it off with a stiff gut punch.
Single arm back body drop. That takes power.
He's locked him up.
Body slam. And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
I can't think of two men who are more equally matched than Shawn and Brett. This has been an absolutely incredible year for both of them, possibly the pinnacle of both of their careers.
It'll be interesting to see what the deciding factor in this match is. Right now, you have to think this is all about surviving here at Survivor Series.
Quick evasion from him there.
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing...
Figure 4. And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
The drop kick. HBK in real danger here.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Oh, I think I felt that one.
And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is.
Whip back into the ring.
In the corner, has to find a way out of there.
Absolute torture.
Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
And he comes in under the ropes now. Ouch. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
And Bret gets countered.
And an O'Connor roll here, stacked high.
Got the cover, looking to hang on to the top. He knows the goal is to win the match, right?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Nice Russian leg sweep.
The Hitman staying on the attack.
HBK is struggling to beat the excellence of execution.
Dragon screw.
Focusing in on the leg at the moment.
Looking to take the legs out. What was coming and turned it into a backbreaker of their own. Bullseye with the drop kick. This has got to be demoralizing for Michaels.
Bret can't.
Look out! Diving leg drop
From way up high.
Going up again. Stalking from above.
And Bret on the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
and now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
Right to the nose. Just a surgical approach we're seeing from Hart.
Michaels looking racked with pain. The Hitman remaining a step ahead.
Retaliation from the Hitman.
Counter upon counter. Great minds thinking alike. Great job. Double leg takedown. Oh, we've seen this time and again from the Hitman, the sharpshooter.
And this is hard to watch. All this pressure on the spot. Is Hart going to tap it with the sharpshooter? Wait a minute. What a counter.
This match has gone above and beyond anything anyone expected tonight.
Neither Shawn nor Bret look like they're going to relent to the other. This has been more about punishing each other than winning the title. Maybe looking for a powerbomb here.
But right hands create separation and an escape.
Well-executed suplex. Shawn Michaels is running.
Bret Hart looking to finish this once and for all. The sharpshooter's locked in. Perfectly executed submission hold. Locked in deep.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
How much more abuse can they take? Shawn and Bret are each looking to take their pound of flesh from each other.
He knew what was coming there. And Michaels put a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
Time now for Shawn to get his energy up and claw back into the fight.
Debilitating attack on the leg.
Hitman is performing with such precision right now.
Piece by piece, Hitman's chipping away.
Propping him up in the corner.
Loading.
Slips out of the way.
Drop kick.
Michaels gets out of dodge.
Quick takedown.
Oh, man. The Hitman now lifts up his opponent.
Pile driver.
This is Hitman wanting to punish Michaels from pillar to post.
Oh, he's ready to add the final punctuation. Stomp.
The excellence of execution, looking to cinch it in. Can he turn his opponent over? Yes. Sharpshooter applied.
Bret's got the sharpshooter locked in.
Hart is leaning back far.
What's his opponent? And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold. Bang! He finds a counter. And Michaels needed that badly.
Good chance for Michaels to regain some composure.
Drop kick. Beautiful. This has got to be demoralizing for Michaels.
Michaels needs to be resourceful in this situation.
Hitman never saw that coming.
Scoop slam sets things up.
Making the climb to the top rope.
From the top.
Totally missed that one.
Oh, my. He wriggles out of the danger zone there.
This arena has come unglued. You can feel the foundation shifting with every turn in the match.
The knee straight to the breadbasket. And down with the belly to belly.
Oof, pounding the breadbasket.
The Hitman looking to cinch it in. Here it comes. Sharpshooter locked in.
You can tell that's locked in deep.
Every second for him is agonizing pain.
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Impressive reversal from Michaels.
Hoisted up, powerbomb, desperate situation.
Fighting out. Hammering away with punches to the face.
Smartly dipping out of harm's way. Defense is off.
Step through. Here it comes. Bret Hart. Sharpshooter.
Just within reach of the ropes and forcing the submission to end.
Forced into the corner and needs to stay on the defensive.
Ring post figure 4 by Bret Hart.
Call it academic. That's just the way it goes with the excellence of execution. The WWE faithful communicating in no uncertain terms. It is electric in here. Carefully measured elbow drop followed by another, unleashing a barrage on their opponent.
Michaels gets out of dodge.
Returning to the ring now. Nice takedown. But a step through. Into the vintage sharpshooter from Bret Hart.
Sharpshooter applied. Sharpshooter's locked in. Hart is cranking it with everything he's got.
Is his opponent going to tap out? And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Stomping down with all their weight.
And this just might be his breaking point, guys. This leg can't take anymore.
It's been a systematic breakdown of the leg for the entire duration of this one. Oh, looking to cripple the leg.
That, it reversed it.
Averts disaster with an elbow in the midsection.
Oh, what an uppercut.
Chopping down the tree right at the trunk.
And he's able to avoid that offense.
Oh, my God, what a crossbody.
Getting out of harm's way.
Crossbody. The momentum is squarely on Hitman's side now.
This relentless Hitman now taking his opponent down. Grapevine locked in. Sharpshooter applied.
And look at how tight a grip this hold has.
The pain on his face tells you everything you need to know.
And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. Oh, reversal. And that turns things around.
Getting sent to the turnbuckles. The Hitman now perhaps looking to spike his opponent with a pile driver.
Oh, disheartening position for HBK.
This cannot be how Sean Oh, it's punishment time now. The Hitman turns his opponent, sharpshooter applied.
Solid grip on this hold, not letting go anytime soon.
Agonizing to be in the submission, needs to find an escape. Not sure what he's thinking, letting go here. Quick reaction to Hart there. Sean showing he's not out of it.
Could be the table turner Sean desperately needed.
And now the Hitman is dissecting the opposition.
And Bret cannot be stopped right now.
Rains down an elbow in retaliation.
Swinging neckbreaker connects.
He's got a mind to count out rules as he heads ringside. Bret lining him up from the top turnbuckle.
Up high.
Blast off.
wasting no motion on the counter. Step through. Here it comes. Bret Hart. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter. Submission hold locked in. Continuing to torture the back here.
Fighting the pain with every breath. If the back goes out, everything.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Oh, here it comes. Sit down, pile driver.
Double leg takedown. Oh, we've seen this time and again from the Hitman, the sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter's locked in. Hart is cranking it with everything he's got.
Is his opponent going to tap out?
Got to find a way out of the sharpshooter. And does just that. Ow!
Had it scattered and met with a back elbow. Oh, here it comes. Spiked. Sit out, pile driver.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
Cover.
Grabbing hold of the ropes. A wily move to save his chances in this matchup. Oh, man.
Stalking him now. He could be looking to put him away.
Turns it around. Oh, he fends that off. Is this going to be? Yes, it is. Major trouble for Michaels here.
Incredible display of power with that move.
And this hold is getting tighter and tighter.
A pure battle of...
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of his submission.
Just like that, Sean evades.
That's what they call the hot shot.
And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
Good God. Didn't need to counter into anything pretty, just a clubbing blow.
Forcefully sent into the corner of the ring.
He's going to break his leg.
And he gets set back into the ring. Pin attempt by the champion. Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? And you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not throw chairs into the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Well, don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And then, look out! Through the air, and connects!
There was no sense in that. It was all adrenaline.
Russian leg sweep. Punk crafting an attack. Uh-oh.
Oh, that gets reversed on CM Punk.
Beautiful side Russian leg sweep.
Cactus absorbing some offense already. Almost an appetizer for this sadist.
As these two extreme legends brawl, I just have to sit here and appreciate the atmosphere that we are seeing Falls Count Anywhere in one of the most famous arenas in wrestling history.
Indeed, the ECW arena has been where many extreme icons have been created. And in these hallowed halls, two legends are currently doing battle.
Let me correct you there, Michael Cole. I would definitely classify CM Punk as an extreme legend and an icon. But in this arena, Cactus Jack is something more than those things. He's damn near a deity in this building.
Cactus Jack can really brawl with the best of them, especially the more physical the match gets. In fact, that increased physicality only seems to fuel him even more in a fight.
Yeah, that's the sadistic nature of Cactus Jack in full effect. Cactus knows how to tap into something dangerous, something unpredictable, something that most superstars wouldn't even dare to go anywhere.
And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Oh, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it. Good God, we all felt that. Open the penalty box for high sticking.
Nicely done, managing to save themselves there. Boom!
Wrenches the arm. Ooh, nasty kicks.
And able to skirt around that attack.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter. German suplex, oh no! Oh my God, a steel chair!
Quick maneuvering, managing to avoid that bit of offense.
Oh, Jack caught by the counter.
Oh, kick connected right on target. Jack just got out of there.
Lariat.
Oh! And averting damage there.
Uh-oh, mandible claw, mandible claw!
Directly into the pin attempt.
Only a 1 count before the kick out. Oh, he cuts it off.
We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated.
Fights out of it with the elbow to the gut. Direct and brutal impact. Able to steer clear of danger there.
Oh, taking that hockey stick right to the head.
Jack just got out of there.
Oh, my God. Rear chin lock, and now just rapid fire punches.
What a display of strength here. Powerbomb. Ooh, covering their opponent for the win. Yeah, no, he doesn't get the 3.
One reversal after another. These two are reading each other's minds.
What a way to get out of that one.
Stopping that offense with a swift elbow.
Oh, what a headbutt. Oh, God, the crimson is flowing. He's seriously hurt now.
Counter by CM Punk.
And he's stumbling to his feet, unaware of his surroundings.
What happens next is anyone's guess.
I can't wait to see.
With them fighting on the stage like this, there's no way this is going to end well.
Understatement of the year. Fighting on the stage only leads to disaster, believe me.
Calf kick on the money.
Punk searching for something beneath the apron.
He's looking to change the tides with the steel chair.
And now heading back inside the ring.
Using the chair with no caution at all. Oh. Wrenches the arm. Ooh, nasty kick.
Someone with a big blow. And it looks like Cactus is outlasting Punk at this point. The best in the world needs to perform better at this point.
Perched up top. Diving knee drop. Oh! Boom.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
Jack just got out of there.
Sharp jab. Series of strikes to the back.
And a late pin attempt by Cactus Jack. Oh, he kicked out at 2.
This is absolute insanity.
Back and forth, neither Punk nor Cactus Jack relenting. Talk about an absolute battle.
A battle of wills with both of these men showing the ultimate willpower. Just an all-time violent classic we're witnessing right now.
Oh, great wherewithal there. That holds back Cactus Jack's attack. Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming. The go to sleep GTS from Punk.
It's all Punk's for the taking. Perched up top.
Knee drop. Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Oof.
Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way.
Great in-ring IQ on display there. Oof!
Oh. Looks like he's got something in mind for ringside here.
And he's able to avoid that offense.
Biting really. Ooh, great anticipation.
Oh, what an axe handle.
We are witnessing two titans of the times right now. CM Punk!
I don't care who you are, you're not the same after suffering a crash landing like that.
And it's back into the ring for Jack here. Cactus Jack headed ringside one more time.
Jack just got out of there.
Trading count.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep.
Cactus with a cause for alarm. When you're in an atmosphere like this, when you can't hear yourself think because the crowd's so loud, you find a way to do superhuman things. That's what these combatants are doing here.
Managing to evade a precarious position there.
He'll make his way to the ring. Both of these men known for their expertise in match types like this. But CM Punk and Cactus Jack approach a falls count anywhere situation with differing skill sets. Wouldn't you say, Corey?
Absolutely, Cole. Punk's an amazing striker with great submission skills. With fewer rules to restrain him, I expect Punk to be even more brutal with his strikes and grappling. But Cactus Jack can take a beating and will never quit, especially in a match like this. So it all comes down to whether Jack can absorb all this damage and fight back, or if CM Punk will find the rarely seen breaking point for the Extreme Icon. Oh, right to the throat. Great move.
CM Punk headed to the top rope.
CM Punk from the top rope.
Elbow drop connects. CM Punk definitely added a little oomph there. Cactus Jack might not even know where he is right now. Both CM Punk and Cactus Jack are well known for their WWE careers, but they have interacted outside of this company.
Indeed, shortly before Punk joined WWE, the same side of Cactus Jack, known to the world as Mick Foley, approached Punk and tried to act as a voice of reason when Punk acted without honor.
And did Punk heed Foley's word? Absolutely not. Which just goes to prove, even if Punk respects the legacy of Cactus Jack, he will never be a follower.
Punk pounding away. Now he's going to go up to the top rope. What on earth does CM Punk got planned here?
Punk looking to go for broke. Underhooks both arms. Here we go from the very top turnbuckle. The plunge. That's one hell of an exclamation mark.
And quickly into the cover.
Might be in trouble.
Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena.
Here is your winner.
Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends in matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. Hell, I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you gonna back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm gonna do my best to take the head off the snake.
This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
What's something Punk has to really take into consideration facing off against old Stone Cold?
Punk has to realize that he can't count as much on his toughness here tonight as usual. Punk's a resilient guy, but Austin's offense can stop anyone dead in their tracks and have them begging for mercy. Punk might want to stay elusive and give Stone Cold the runaround. When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he knows how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome Austin in a no-holds-barred scenario, there will be no doubt that Punk can rule over any era in WWE.
Oh my! Hurling a message to their opponent, and now he gets back into the ring.
Setting up the table. He's done playing around.
Austin with a Thez press. Now rapid fire rights from the rattlesnake.
Thez press.
He's eyeing the 3 count here.
Kick out.
He may not have too much left, but at least he had enough to kick out there.
Chop. Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk all's back and forth we go. Bam! Oh, this exchange is whipping this capacity crowd into a frenzy.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
Just emptying everything they've got now. Fatigue more than setting in, but these superstars are refusing to let up. And this crowd is loving every second of it. Being supported by that table right now.
Sending him careening through the table. Nothing but carnage and wood fragments are left.
Not letting him.
And here's Austin, looking to end it right now. Oh, how did he get the shoulder up?
He continues to stay in this fight, but for how long? How much more punishment can he truly withstand?
CM Punk has to turn this around. In a no-holds-barred scenario like this, things can quickly spiral for him.
Hard landing.
And Punk wants more from his opponent. Boom! He's able to dodge that one in time. Kick, wow! A stunner by the wrap.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk are two of the most defiant, anti-authority, rebellious, irritable men we've ever had the pleasure of watching in the ring. But tonight, we find out who is the toughest SOB of them all.
Yeah, a lot of common ground between these two. Surely a lot of mutual respect and admiration, but Austin and Punk couldn't help but ask themselves, who's the better man, bell to bell?
And now we get the privilege of watching them work out the answer here in the ring in what promises to be a chaotic, no-holds-barred match. Quick evasion from him there.
Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
There's no holds barred stipulation. This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is.
When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now,
We got it covered. And he kicks out.
he's looking to get this match won in short order.
Being carried around now. Running power slam. Looking to explore things ringside now. No telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
He's looking like one of the handsome brothers with that stick in hand.
There's no holds barred stipulation. Who do you think it favors? CM Punk? Stone Cold Steve Austin?
My money would normally be on Austin, who excels at ruthlessly stomping mud holes in the competition. But CM Punk is a very creative individual. Leave it to Punk to dream up the most dastardly, ingenious ways to utilize this stipulation and put Stone Cold in a world of hurt.
Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that.
Inside cradle.
Oh, look at this small package! Stops the ref count before two.
Not a single step closer to the end here.
Turned it around with a reversal.
Swapping some big-time swings here.
Feels like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up. Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
What impressive determination from both competitors. Keeping at each other no matter what.
Oh, Mongolian chop. I do not like where this is headed for him.
Looking for the suplex all the way up. Look at this power. Oh, no.
Into a top lock. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team, using that table to demolish his opponent.
Right to the float over. That was pretty. Clearly lost in the moment. He better snap out of it. What a clothesline! Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can handle the
Look at the Texas-sized amount of fight from Stone Cold here.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
Armringer applied. We're going to crank up the punishment here. Couple of shots to the gut here. Looking to get the hell out of there.
When asked about the locker room with Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive.
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there.
He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
Put into the corner. What could be next? Oh! Turns it around. Sole of foot meets the stomach.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Go to sleep. Is it enough for Punk? And following up with the pin.
No way! No way!
Austin may be stubborn as hell, but that stubbornness just saved him here. The Texas Rattlesnake defiant to the bitter end.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
I expected this match to be hellacious, but Punk and Austin are truly outdoing themselves.
Yeah, this is a level of intensity we do not often get to see.
Oh, my Lord. We can call that high sticking.
That had to hurt like hell.
This is just turning into a savage display of violence. Different in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the Rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know if you...
This is it. He could put him away right here. Kicks out. He still has life.
Are we sure the shoulder was up? That was so close.
Big knee from midsection.
Austin gets out of the way. Lunde's press and now nailing his opponent with multiple punches.
Hit on CM Punk. This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is. Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. Punk is a man who rises to the level of the competition. He's risen to it when facing the likes of John Cena and The Rock, and he can do so when facing another Mount Rushmore talent like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
His no-holds-barred stipulation, who do you think it favors? CM Punk or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
My money would normally be on...
And he moves in for the cover. Raising the arm before one.
This one is still anyone's game at this point.
And an impactful display of offense we just witnessed there. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
Sidewalk slam!
Almost drove him through the ring. CM Punk wanted a fight, and Austin's starting to bring him one.
Table behind him now, not where you want to be.
Taking the brutal route and annihilating his opponent and the table.
Something we've discussed before.
Oh, this is what you crack your knuckles. We've got a Donnybrook here. No end in sight to this exchange. Neither competitor shows any signs of letting up or slowing down here. Clearly now being fueled by a righteous fury, and this bloodthirsty crowd is loving it. This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step off the gas first?
Oh, kick! Wow!
A razor-sharp chop there. A little cockiness here from Punk.
Oh, he timed that counter well. Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
Look at this. This can't be good.
Going to sleep. Is there any air left in Austin?
Good night. Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Punk has Austin right where he wants him and is not letting up. Solid bit of defense on his part there.
But after facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win. Bang!
Hung out to dry. Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count.
A well-placed calf kick there.
When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only...
Kick, win, stop! Steve Austin may have put the exclamation on his
down. This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is.
When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he knows how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome Austin in a no-holds-barred scenario, there will be no doubt that Punk can rule over any era in WWE.
There's no holds barred stipulation. Who do you think it favors? CM Punk or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
My money would normally be on Austin, who excels at ruthlessly stomping mud holes in the competition. But CM Punk is a very creative individual. Leave it to Punk to dream up the most dastardly, ingenious ways to utilize this
Into the pin. Can he get him here? He kicks out instantly.
I didn't think this match was close to over.
Totally helpless in the moment.
Oh, what a slam.
Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
The table's broken in half. Don't worry, though, there might still be more around here somewhere.
All right, he's got to refocus up now.
Cinches in a head scissors.
Oh, and vicious.
Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
Boom!
Veteran instincts from Austin.
Big boot! Oh my gosh! Oof!
Carried in a jeopardizing position here.
Down with a GTS!
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows.
Pummeling their opponent with elbows.
When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need one or two moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take growth in 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
Gets the reversal. What a counter. Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era. And Austin, the best of... Going for the pin for the win! Kicks out.
He's got to be running on fumes at this point. Austin going big!
Stop! Looking to put the match away here. What? You've got to be kidding me.
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
And you've got to wonder if desperation starts to kick in for Stone Cold or if he stays the course. Oh, what a kick. CM Punk has to turn this around. In a no-holds-barred scenario like this, things can quickly spiral for him.
He's about to make this more chaotic than the Battle of the Hudson.
When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win.
Nasty stuff in the arm.
Oh! Impressive awareness from him. Austin with great awareness.
A chain of reversals here, every motion getting cut off.
Big back body drop. Come on, CM Punk. This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is. Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk are two of the most defiant, anti-authority, rebellious, irritable men we've ever had the pleasure of watching in the ring. But tonight, we find out who is the toughest SOB of them all.
Yeah, a lot of common ground between these two. Surely a lot of mutual respect and admiration, but Austin and Punk couldn't help but ask themselves, who's the better man? Bell to bell.
And now we get the privilege of watching them work out the answer here in the ring in what promises to be a chaotic, no-holds-barred match.
This no-holds-barred stipulation, who do you think it favors? CM Punk or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
My money would normally be on Austin, who excels at ruthlessly stomping mud holes in the competition. But CM Punk is a very creative individual. Leave it to Punk to dream up the most dastardly, ingenious ways to utilize this stipulation and put Stone Cold in a world of hurt. He grabbed the kendo stick, and now business is really picking up.
Oh, he flips that around. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team. Powerful uppercut finds the mark. Avoided any damage there.
Backhand hits the target. Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. Punk is a man who rises to the level of the competition. He's risen to it when facing the likes of John Cena and The Rock, and he can do so when facing another Mount Rushmore talent like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Tight leg scissors squeezing their opponent and putting the wood to their forehead.
Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the others' contemporaries.
You're right about that, Cole. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event battle at WrestleMania 38, which was also a no-holds-barred match, I might add.
That was definitely impressive, guys, but look at the list of competitors that Punk has stood toe-to-toe with in the ring. Kane, Triple H, The Rock, and The Undertaker. Some of them he beat, some of them he didn't, but what's undeniable is that Punk is not fazed whatsoever by the legend that accompanies the biggest names of the Attitude Era.
Vicious! And that one busted up Austin, too.
Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normal grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw. Meet knee. Gone. Two. Sleep.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
Stunner on the jaw.
Well, just as devastating as when his opponent does it.
Just barely making it out.
And a kick out. Feeling the physical and mental toll from almost losing to your own move.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought then this could be it.
He's got to be running on fumes at this point.
When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date.
That gets reversed on CM Punk.
I expected this match to be hellacious, but Punk and Austin are truly outdoing themselves.
Yeah, this is a level of intensity we do not often get to see.
Precision punch.
When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw. Meet knee.
Boom! GTS. And Austin is out. 2. It's all over. CM Punk has beaten Steve Austin.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
CM Punk, the best in the world.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he'd capture European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable. Capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope. Frog splash. Frog splash.
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold.
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect, I expect the rules to be tested tonight.
Oh, we know Eddie will do that, and Punk has shown he'll adapt when necessary. But at the end of the night in Chicago, only one of them will stand tall.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkind. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE.
True to his in-ring form, it shows Punk's a diligent planner when it comes to in-ring competition. He could have rushed his way into WWE and challenged Eddie again, but who knows how Punk would have performed with less time learning his craft. Now, he's the best in the world, and he's ready to show the team.
Perched up top. Good Lord, taking flight. Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there.
And he comes in under the ropes now. He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count.
Wild springboard attack. Check out the springboard. Thunderous clothesline.
And the momentum is shifting away from Eddie.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is paying off.
From way up top, a double axe handle.
He's going back for more. How much stamina does he have? From the sky.
Double axe handle.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent. I think we'll see some antics from Eddie tonight that even Punk has never seen.
Punk's knee to the face. Oh! Short on clothesline by Punk. And a reversal by Guerrero.
Kick to the knee. La Maestro cradle. Perfectly applied.
Surprisingly quick kick out.
I suppose you have to take the shot, but it's still too early to wrap up this one just yet.
Leaning him against the turnbuckle right here.
Clubbing blow to the back.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire Punk.
It definitely does, Wade, but don't think for a second that the respect Punk has for Eddie breaking those barriers will keep the best in the world from giving everything he...
From the top. Crash landing.
Clubbing slow.
Hooked up. And boom.
He's headed up high.
Look at the height.
Frog splash.
Oh, into the pin attempt.
2. Yeah, no, he doesn't get the 3.
And he is incredulous after the kick out. Almost lost to his own move.
Hard punch.
Oh, launching himself from the ropes.
Guerrero averts the attack.
Punch lands.
Oh, clothesline.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here.
Oh!
Oh, kick finds it. Oh.
Punk now locking in the act.
He makes the choice to abandon the hold. He's going for the pin. Forces the shoulder up after 2.
What a match.
Trying for that scoop slam, but drop behind and now
Inverted DDT.
Boom.
Uh-oh. Eddie gets countered. Lift it up. What's next?
nails the GTS. Guerrero's on his last breath.
2. Punk Chicago.
Here is
Slingshot tech creating matches I only thought could happen in my wildest dreams is pretty awesome. But I see another application that, to this point, has not been attempted. I want to see Slingshot tech show me what could have been, too. One of the questions I get more than anything else is some variant of, what do you think would have happened if you stayed with WWE in 2014? Now we have a perfectly viable tool.
A lot at stake in this match. Whoever wins here will be added to tonight's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Facing off against the champion, Randy Orton, and the Royal Rumble winner, Batista. No DQs, no countouts. A lot of bad blood between these two superstars.
Yeah, Triple H has promised that CM Punk will never main event WrestleMania, and that he's simply not what's best for business. Punk's looking to prove Triple H wrong tonight.
Punk's looking to embarrass Triple H tonight as well. And Triple H, he's looking to finish this one early. And an early kick out.
Trying to make short order of things there.
Boom! Did you hear the impact?
There's a lot to say about these men's thoughts about our business. Who is right or wrong could be a matter of opinion, but I'll admit, most of the WWE Universe certainly sides with CM Punk.
It's because they can relate to him, Wade. Look at Triple H's head. A guy that looks like CM Punk doesn't belong in the ring with someone that looks like the King of Kings.
But look at CM Punk's career. The accolades have shown Triple H to be up high.
Wow! Cross body! And Punk continuing his quest for change, knowing he had... Face first. Set up. And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. And he turned it around.
Quick exchange, reversing the reversal. And we have to look at Triple H's motives tonight. It's the COO's duty to ensure the best product for everybody and to position the proper superstars as the face of WWE.
The authority just don't want CM Punk. That's the long and short of it.
It's a business decision. Not everyone can be the face of the company. Not everyone can be a part of WrestleMania Corp.
But the man had a WWE champ. There it is. He can end it here.
He's able to kick out before two.
Kicking out there really has to make his opponent question his gameplay.
Bam! Triple H was waiting on that.
The seeds of this battle go back to CM Punk's frustrations with the company. Seeing head figures not listen to the people, not give the best in the world his due.
Yeah, and Punk wasn't going to take it anymore. The brass never wanted a guy like CM Punk to succeed, never wanted to acknowledge his cult of personality. And now Punk is forcing the COO to take notice on our industry's biggest night of the year.
And the confidence in Punk is growing. He can feel Triple H fading.
Triple H facing a beatdown.
With this offensive onslaught, Punk clearly sending a message to Triple H.
Oh. Punk never saw that coming. Momentum going back to Triple H's corner.
It is time for Triple H to take advantage of a misstep and take command.
Intimidation, part of what makes Triple H the cerebral assassin.
Oh, perfect kick. Up the rope he goes.
Rushing into the corner, step up knee, rocks the jaw, into a bulldog.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Yeah, Punk clearly hell-bent on putting the game.
Top rope.
Elbow drop to the heart. And with that, Punk just showed Triple H exactly whose era it is now.
Escape just in time. And he evades sudden, swift, and brutal impact. Ooh! Triple H dodges out in time, able to parry that one.
Striking with a knee. The game getting picked apart here.
Punk is determined right now.
Strong kick.
Boom.
Oh, what a kick. Punk's got the anaconda vice in. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
And wait a minute. What's the manager doing under the apron?
Some might see that as a weapon, but a manager is just making sure the area is safe for her client. A masterful display of defense from both wrestlers.
Plays against the...
Punk now just wailing away on his opponent and dragging them up on the turnbuckles. This will not be pretty. As CM Punk goes. The plunge!
That's a game ender, gentlemen, for the win.
2 count. Punk did it. Punk's going to the main event of WrestleMania.
Here is your winner.
The best thing about defeating Triple H at WrestleMania 30 is the spot it granted me in its main event later that night. A full 11 years before I'd actually see that dream fulfilled. The worst part? I'd be entering.
Three men competing for the ultimate prize. CM Punk, Randy Orton, Batista. But only Punk had to battle his way. Oh, nice scoop roll up for the win. He kicks out before the count hits 2.
Maybe just looking to send a message, give a preview of how this all ends.
And after what CM Punk had to fight through earlier tonight, he can't possibly be in the best shape for this triple threat. Orton and Batista were fully aware of that fact.
Absolutely. Trust me, they watched Punk's match earlier. They know everything that is hurting on CM Punk right now. There is blood in the water.
You're talking about the heart of the Second City Saint, though. The chance to become the champion outweighs any lingering pain.
Triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight title between Randy Orton, Batista, and the man who fought his way into this match earlier tonight, CM Punk. Leg being manipulated with that maneuver.
Wrestling 101. If you can't stand, you can't fight.
No countouts, no disqualifications, triple threat rules. CM Punk in his first WrestleMania main event. A dream come true.
CM Punk has totally defied the odds as far as his accomplishments here in WWE. If he can beat all of Evolution in one night, it'll add extra credence to being called the best in the world.
CM Punk finds himself in a very tough spot here between Randy Orton and Batista. How can Punk keep his title dreams alive in this one?
Caution's the name of the game for Punk. He already wrestled one match tonight, so he's the soft target. He has to duck and dodge and only go on the offensive when it's as safe as possible.
Face first into the chair. Batista's being taken full advantage of now.
CM Punk is firmly in the driver's seat. Could be in search of a second win now.
You know, Batista and Orton were complaining for a couple of weeks that this match was going to be a triple threat, that they were really promised a one-on-one match.
Not only that, Michael Cole, we have been robbed of an Evolution WrestleMania main throwing call to win.
Whatever it takes to win.
Making a splash on the outside with a truly reckless attack.
He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
Oh, man.
Oh, gets blasted into the steel steps.
Oh, my gosh, going head-on into the stairs.
Going outside. What's he got planned here? Randy Orton may be one of the most malicious, one of the most vicious superstars we've ever seen In WWE, there's no absence of malice at all from this man.
All facts that's from way up.
Oh my gosh, what impact! And Orton just with nowhere to turn on that exchange.
Well-placed punch, ugly, but effective response.
Face first. Set up. And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Exiting the ring, taking the action outside. Carried in a jeopardizing position here.
Go to sleep. Are we about to see a title change here?
Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world.
He wriggles out of the danger zone there. You cannot look at Randy Orton without saying, wow, that is the face of WWE. Put that face on the cover of the programs and those lovely little collector cups.
Polar opposite feelings at WWE headquarters when it comes to CM Punk. But if Punk can pull off the miracle tonight, he would become undeniable.
There's a reason why Stephanie and Triple H have made Orton the face of WWE. As her good friend JBL would say, if you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, it would look exactly like Randy Orton.
If Randy comes out on top in this match, that will settle the entire issue. He will be, without a doubt, the face of WWE.
CM Punk knows what's at stake here more than anything. He said he wants change in WWE. And if the catalyst for that change means going through the COO and then to future Hall of Famers, then so be it.
What will tomorrow look like if the voice of the voiceless becomes champion?
Stamford would be in a panic.
Maybe, but Bourbon Street would go crazy tonight.
Looking to power their opponent up, but not strong enough.
Counter with a back body drop. Oh my goodness, dribbling the
CM Punk. Shoulders up before two.
You've got to be kidding me. How was he able to kick out at this point? And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster. These two trade encounters an absolute masterclass.
launches.
Big time.
Body buster. Batista is looking to close this one out. Batista making it all look so effortless. Batista bomb. Championship on the line. This could be it.
Oh, this could be it. He could win it all here. He breaks the ref's count before two.
Not going down without a fight.
Man.
Any two of these competitors is a recipe for a classic. But all three, this is incredible.
Batista, Orton, and Punk each giving their all in that ring.
From the top rope, through the air, and connects.
Betting it all on a daring leap from the top.
And it paid off for the moment. Now it's time to capitalize. Taking things back into the ring. Wicked kick. Boom.
Roundhouse connects.
Orton fending that off.
And Batista gets warded off.
And Punk is looking to the crowd for some support. He saw that one coming.
Here comes that rolling fireman's carry.
Uh-oh. And able to evade the offense.
Can Batista fight back from this? Does he still have the animal in him?
Batista turns it around. Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
My God. Did you hear? Batista can clinch this one here. Oh, close call makes the champ nervous.
This is just fighting on pure. Batista looking to put this one to bed. Batista bomb!
We might see a new champion crowned.
This match
This could be for the win. slides into the ring. Not looking good. In this position.
This may be the challenger's moment.
Look at this. This can't be good.
GTS kicks.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
Taking advantage of the opportunity. 2.
He's done it. CM Punk with a major upset here against Orton and Batista.
Closing out WrestleMania 30 by appearing in my first ever WrestleMania main event? It's a hell of a start to this alternative timeline. In a world as absolutely chaotic as WWE, calling future shots is nearly impossible. You could win Money in the Bank, you call your shot for a match down the line, and then get taken out by injury. Your best friend might turn on you right as you're about to claim tag team gold. The best laid plans, at least in WWE, often go astray. But in 2015, something swept through WWE that I know would have piqued my interest. After capturing the United States Championship from Rusev at WrestleMania 31, John Cena would hold the U.S. Open Challenge each week on Raw. Names like Sami Zayn, Big E, Rusev, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins all answered the call and gave it their best shot. With the history shared between myself and John, you're nuts if you think I wouldn't have accepted that challenge. I'd have waited a couple.
Cena defending the title against...
Week after week, Cena's U.S. Open Challenge has been...
From the middle rope. Taking Hurricane Rana. Offense like that, and we could be looking at a new champ. The John Cena U.S. Open Challenge has already given so many opportunities to up-and-coming talent in WWE. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, even Bad News Barrett.
All great competitors, no doubt, but none of those talents are on the level of CM Punk.
I'm right here, guys!
Punk answering Cena's U.S. Open Challenge here, without a doubt. This is going to be a match for the history books. This is going to be a close contest. Punk and Cena have such different and effective styles in the ring.
Yeah, every moment of this match is going to be dripped in drama, as every near fall could be the one to end it. Can Punk's clever tactics really neutralize Cena's raw power? Or is Cena's heart and fighting spirit going to prove too much for the Second City Saint to overcome? And what does that title mean to each man? I'm just going to ask this. Why has it taken CM Punk so long to answer the US Open Challenge? Is Punk intimidated by Cena nowadays? Remember, the last time these two stood face-to-face in the ring, Cena defeated Punk to earn a spot at WrestleMania.
Punk is not intimidated by any opponent. A part of me thinks Cena probably expected Punk to be one of his first challengers, and I don't know. I kind of felt like someone else was meant to answer the challenge, but Punk did it instead. Right here, right now, I truly believe John Cena is not ready for CM Punk.
Got him in the corner now.
Follows it up with a short arm clothesline.
You cannot understate how much of a mental advantage Punk has in this one. The best in the world has known for a long time he was going to answer John Cena's call tonight. But Cena, he just found out a few minutes ago.
Punk having the mental advantage is always troublesome to an opponent, but I speak from experience when I say that no matter how much the deck is stacked against John Cena, he will find a way to overcome the odds. He's called Big Match John for a reason.
Punk's early advantage due to the element of surprise starting to slip away.
Looking for the Hurricane Rana.
And now a pop-up uppercut. Oh, just bludgeoning the competition with that blow.
John Cena's been holding open challenges for nearly 4 months. Week in and lift off. Whoa, cross body. Someone knows that if they want to hold gold at the end of the night, they have to pull out all the stops.
Ascending the ropes.
Oh my gosh, what impact! The champion doing everything to retain here.
The challenger gets a shoulder up.
Just a pure reaction of instinct there. Tail over tea kettle right there. Great wherewithal to dodge there.
Guys, I've been doing this for almost 2 decades, and I've never seen a fighting champion quite like John Cena right now.
But you're right, Cole. Granting weekly title shots to mystery opponents is gutsy on a level even the greatest champions in history would shy away from.
And said great champions include CM Punk, who defended his world title at nearly every premium live event during his 434-day reign, with plenty of additional defenses on global television. You have to think part of the reason that Punk is doing this is to prove that his reign is still one of the best we've seen this decade.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Sent into the corner. Turns that in his favor.
Turned him around with a face buster.
Cena with a reversal.
Hoisted up and driven down with Emerald Flungeon.
Taking this match to the outside.
Calf kick on the money.
Has to find a way out of this.
Oh! Driven face first into the apron.
Slipped out and taken out the legs.
Midsection. No clue what he hopes to find down there.
He's got to make some moves here to suffer the countout.
Punk scaling the turnbuckles. From the top, he fails to connect. A lot of interesting competitors have answered Cena's open challenge over the past few months. But Punk coming out here might be his biggest showdown yet.
There's no might about it, Cole. This is the biggest challenge yet. And this one certainly feels more personal. Punk has always resented Cena, and for a time he had Cena's number with multiple victories against the franchise.
I think Punk might be a bit jealous of what John's been able to accomplish since winning the title at WrestleMania. Punk's never held the US title, and you know he'd like to win it and become an even better champ than Cena.
The John Cena US Open Challenge has already given so many opportunities to up-and-coming talent in WWE. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, even Bad News Barrett.
All great competitors, no doubt, but none of those talents are on the level of CM Punk.
I'm right here, guys!
Cena has to be feeling pretty confident with the champion's advantage on his side here.
Yeah, but you better believe that's only going to add fuel to the fire for Punk. This isn't just about what the U.S. title would mean to him. This is about dismantling Cena and proving once again that he's a better competitor than the franchise.
Getting put against the turnbuckles.
You cannot understate how much of a mental advantage Punk has in this one. The best in the world is known for a long time he was going to answer John Cena's call tonight. But Cena, he just found out a few minutes ago.
Punk flying. Huge splash from up top.
No holding back. That's the kind of risk you need to take to earn the title.
Big knee lift.
And then follows it up with the line.
And Cena's starting to falter here.
Yeah, you can just tell that Punk's outthinking Cena right now.
John Cena avoids impact.
Spin kick to the midsection.
John Cena's been holding open challenges for nearly 4 months. Week in and week out, he's told the locker room, if you want some, come.
CM Punk hoists his opponent. Gone to sleep. Can we have a new champ after that?
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows. Oof.
That split him open, and he's becoming a crimson mess now.
And he heads back into the ring.
A quick takedown, double left, and a high stack pin here, showing no signs of wear or tear, even as this match goes on.
He counters with a great reversal.
Oh, man. Goes for sliced bread, but it's blocked.
But a counter power slam. High red district for CM Punk.
Oh, yeah, from the top. Oh, he lands hard.
That didn't look good at all. A ringside doctor's on hand if needed.
CM Punk playing to the crowd now. Back with the rebound.
A blow like that might have them seeing stars right now. Change of plans, a hit to the stomach.
German suplex.
Punk's early advantage due to the element of surprise starting to slip away.
Calf kick finds the mark.
Boom. Good reflexes.
Cena ducks underneath. Couple of shoulder tackles now. Cena, the powerhouse, gonna finish things up with a slam.
Cena now looking completely dominant here. 5-knuckle shuffle. Powerful offense from Cena. Punk's US Open chances may be closing. Cena now effortlessly lifts his opponent.
Attitude adjustment.
The champ might have just sealed things.
2. Shoulder up before 3.
How badly do you want to be a champion? That is the question being asked in this match. Consider that kick out an emphatic answer.
And Cena is no stranger to big match moments, but he clearly thought that would be all she wrote.
Punk and Cena have to be digging down to their deepest reserves right now.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the GTS. Pivotal moment. We could have a new champ. And the new US champion, CM Punk.
Here is your...
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena.
And the time has come to finally answer the question of just who really is the best in the world. The phenomenal AJ Styles, the Second City Saint CM Punk, face-to-face in a WWE ring on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Styles and Punk have traveled up and down the same roads, wrestled in the same high school gyms and armories, competed internationally, and honed their crafts to the point where they can both be called the best. But tonight, all roads have led them to this moment, where only one of these men can be called the winner.
We are so lucky to be seeing CM Punk and AJ Styles facing off tonight. They have done battle in the past, crossing paths multiple times in the independent scene in the early 2000s.
Look, I'd pay top dollar to see any version of these two men facing off in the ring, but back then, AJ Styles wasn't quite phenomenal, and Punk had yet to become the best in the world.
Indeed, gentlemen. gentlemen, we are seeing the best versions of both men in this ring tonight. And on the biggest stage possible, CM Punk versus AJ Styles.
Perched up top.
Oh, crash and burn.
I don't care how tough you are. Hitting the floor from that height has gotta hurt.
Knee straight into the neck. Connected hard with the calf kick.
Big knife rape incoming. Taking effect to nowhere.
A gruesome landing. I don't know how you walk away from that.
Boom, what impact.
Oh, man.
Driver.
Spiked him. And that looked like a terrible landing. That might have caused some serious issues. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, that's a chop you don't want to be on the receiving end of. Turn off the lights.
He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count.
And he's taking this to the outside now.
CM Punk and AJ Styles are both absolute geniuses when it comes to in-ring IQ. Both have great striking and submission skills as well. But the outlying categories will be lift off.
Styles is waiting on that.
Phenomenal blitz.
Huge kick connects. German suplex.
Things are going to plan for Styles thus far in his first WrestleMania, piling on the attacks against Punk. Kick. AJ Styles has had a dream run in WWE thus far, but now from the top. Good Lord, taking flight. The 1-2 punch of high risk, launching. Whoa, look out.
Fueled by emotion, doing whatever it takes.
Face first. Setting up. And he just decides to have a hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Elbows to the face will create separation. Oh! AJ capitalizes on that misstep. Boom, what impact. Bringing the fight closer and closer to our announce desk.
Let's just hope they don't bring it onto our announce desk.
It pulls off the reversal. Face first. Setting up. Not sure what he's thinking. Letting go here.
Now's the time to beat the count.
And Punk making his way back to the ring.
He climbs back into the ring just in time.
Massive miscalculation on that one.
Arm wringer applied. Grabs the waist lock, but battling out now. Pop, 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 right to the chin.
He's going up.
From the top rope.
Crash landing.
Went for broke, and that expression ended up becoming literal.
He connects with a counter. Boom boot.
Ducks out of harm's way. Just looking to wrench that arm now. Good old-fashioned, tied up in knots, but punches coming back the other way. Trying to get some space and manages it.
Bodies are bruised. Egos are hurt. Wills have been tested and need...
Punk about to take flight.
Elbow drop from the top rope.
Patented offense from the best in the world, delivered perfectly to the phenomenal one. This could be a huge game changer.
Go to sleep. Will that sum this up for Punk?
Going right into the pin attempt.
2 count. He kicked out at 2.
AJ Styles tapping into that pit bull mentality for a nail-biter of a kick-out.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count. Vicious. Shoulders down. CM Punk might have him. No! Kick out at 2.
This has been a hard-fought match. The calls are only going to get closer. CM Punk and AJ Styles are going to absolute war right now. Going
An honest dream match for any era, and you...
It was CM Punk who threw a challenge at Kurt Angle. Said he wanted to give Kurt the chance to see if he could take down the best in the world in Angle's final match. What a better place to... From way up. Watch out! Ooh! Uh-oh. Wow, he reversed. Flying. Double axe handle connects. He's headed to the top now.
Look out! From the top with the splash.
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers and the...
Flying armbar. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
And he's looking for it again.
To the sky. Oh, man, he landed rough there. He's heading back to the...
Coquina clutch. Coquina clutch.
Coquina clutch is in. Time to... Does he have the wherewithal to break the submission? Yes. Yes, he does.
This is a man possessed. Going again. Oh, my God, what a move. And wait, long ago, there was an opportunity for these two men to have locked up, but the stars just never aligned.
That's correct. ECW is what you're talking about, Cole. A mid-2000s rebranding.
From way up. Off the mark with that one. Oh, did you hear that?
This is just brute power.
What a German suplex. One step ahead there. CM Punk headed to the top rope.
Boom. Cut down to size with that.
What a roundhouse. Beautiful.
Remember, this match came to be in quite a rude fashion. Angle was ready to choose his final opponent, and CM Punk stole that choice away from him. A classless act from someone who claims to have so much respect for the man.
Well, that's from the top. Double axe handle connects.
Devastating kick. Reversal. And that turns things around. Suplex. And now Angle's saying, you wanted me? Well, now you got me. You've got the Hall of Famer.
Bang on the money.
Oh, look out. It's on now.
Boom. And this match is swiftly turning into a knockdown, drag-out affair.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
Clearly now being fueled by a righteous fury, and this bloodthirsty crowd is loving it.
I talked to Punk earlier today, and he said he fully expects Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently. A little more intense, the Kurt Angle of old.
Fitting American sports analogy here for an American hero, you gents, correct me if I'm wrong, is like a legendary baseball player taking his final swings at the plate. He may not have much left, but he still may hit a home run.
Very true, Wade. You said that correctly. I'm very proud of the American that you've become.
But now with a quick double and a Uranagi converts it into the Anaconda.
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Angle gets the better there. Despite what has transpired leading to tonight.
Uh-oh. Way too...
Diving moonsaults!
These two reaching a standstill with all these reversals. These two are finding an answer for...
Face first. All set up.
The Koji clutches.
Kurt might be in trouble here. Oh, wait. Never mind. He's free.
Just clip. Nice takedown there. Smooth turn.
Rope's playing the role of savior here.
his move.
And no matter how we got here, this is a match the people have been wanting to see. The Olympic gold medalist taking on the best in the world. A match that can propel both men's legacies even further.
What a display of strength here.
Got to sleep. Is there any life left in Kurt? The ref stepping in and preventing them from making a huge...
And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Proof these superstars have done their homework.
Counters on counters, technical prowess on display. On both athletes showing they have each other's number.
Waistlock go behind.
Great awareness to pull out the arm drag there.
Face first. Set up.
It's locked in.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Being carried around now.
GTS connects. Is it enough for... Right now looking to up the ante, and he locks in the Anaconda vice grip.
The hold is locked in. He's in real pain.
I don't know how...
He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
And Kurt escapes danger.
Face first. Setting up.
The Koji clutch is locked in.
This might just do it. This might just end it all. Wait, hold on. Look at this. And he's found a way out of the hold. Oh, what a clubbing blow. Spinning kick to the gut.
Ooh, got caught with a punch to the face.
Sequence of reversals there.
Catches it.
Here we go. Submission about to be locked in. Punk might be done for.
The STF.
Will it get countered? Yes, not letting the submission attempt do any more damage here.
The fireworks just keep coming from Punk and Angle. Neither man is back.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights. Boom! GTS.
And another looking to end this once and for all.
These two have learned each other so well. All these counters, it's like they're any...
You're not even Punk. He turns it
into the Anaconda Vice.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
One answer after another. Neither competitor giving an inch.
Good night.
And as he stumbles up, he has no clue where he is.
Effective counter. Check out the springboard. Oh, catapulting down on the opponent.
Able to slip out of that situation.
Each athlete finding an answer for everything thrown at them.
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here.
Sleep. Rough situation for Kurt.
Face first. Setting up on a Koji clutch locked in. Submission locked in tight. He's got to find a way out of this.
I'm sure he's trying, but as you just said, Cole, that hold is locked in tight.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Reciprocating the initial reversal.
Oh, that was inventive.
Mistake could change the complexion of this match.
Lifted and completely helpless here.
Going to sleep. Is it?
CM Punk looking to end it, cinching in the Anaconda Vice submission.
After everything he's been through, will he give in right now? Will his body...
I must submit, after all that punishment, he had no choice but tap out.
Here is your winner.
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have The Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling.
You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with The Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight.
Solid bit of defense on his part there.
Both of these men have made careers by changing with the times. Punk has gone from indie darling to extremist to straight-edge cult leader to the best in the world.
I will agree that Punk's ability to evolve is commendable, but I don't think anyone has undergone a transformation quite like Bray Wyatt when he became The Fiend.
No! Onto the thumbtacks!
Just had no way to avoid the tax. And now, said tax have essentially become one with their body.
Float over neckbreaker.
Picture perfect.
Oh, my goodness. Producing a trampling. Into the ring again now.
Ooh! Something that should not get lost in all of this chaos. Before he was The Fiend,
No, not the thumbtacks.
Just decorated with all that sharp and painful glitter now. Death by 1,000 cuts. Big power slam.
Uh-oh. Punk wasting no motion on the counter. Turning the tables.
Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
Oh! Those thumbtacks.
you can see every single thumbtack stuck on the skin, stuck on the gear. There may be nothing worse. Punk sidesteps out of that.
Well, according to my notes, CM Punk is in-ring experience against Bray Wyatt, but in reality... Oh, he's shoving it down his throat!
The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks.
Will that close Punk out?
He stays alive, he stays alive!
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
Man, it might be time for a change of strategy. His best move didn't get the job done.
Bam!
Oh, look at this. Oh, what a lariat. He gets back into the ring.
Big shot taken. That one's going to leave her well.
I don't know what to say, guys. The Fiend is in that scary state right now.
An absolutely punishing series from The Fiend. Punk is looking rocked. And look at this. I've never seen a more ominous bag in my life. Nothing good ever comes from this.
Grabbing this odd bag of God knows what. Surely with sadistic intentions in mind.
Oh, he knows the power he wields right now, holding that chair.
That's right in the kisser.
Evades the attack, and not a moment too soon.
Neither superstar giving an inch here.
Oh, man.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
Neither competitor is backing down.
This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step off the gas first?
Oh, no. Look away.
Just tearing into all that flesh, turning into a human pincushion.
Sister Abigail.
I don't know how Punk can recover from that. The Fiend may have
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
all those thumbtacks. They are going to look like chopped meat after that.
Did Fiend end it there?
Hold on here. Punk getting put into a submission. And you can see him struggling to break this hold. And not sure what he's thinking. Letting go here.
The Fiend wins it.
Here is your winner.
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE 2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. Three-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. Skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee! CM Punk's wife is here after a decade!
she's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there's people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true. But that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work together.
And this should be one hell of a tag team match. The brash CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on the cocky Miz and Maurice. Two teams, not just in this matchup, but in life as well, who couldn't be more different from one another.
It's that blue-collar, scratch-and-claw mentality versus the mentality of having the spotlight in only the finest things in life. Really, it's a tale as old as time.
CM Punk and AJ Lee truly don't like the Miz and Maurice, and believe me, the feeling is mutual. Now all four of these superstars have the chance to let those feelings out in a good old-fashioned tag team match.
And driven down in a belly-to-back suplex.
Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter?
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes.
In the corner now, she needs to fight out of it.
Shin breaker.
The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer, their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher, but there's one aspect of this that the It couple has over their opponents tonight, and it's the most vital one: experience.
As much as it pains me to agree there, Wade, you're right. Miz and Maurice have stood in the ring against some of the top power couples in wrestling at some of the biggest PLEs in WWE history, including Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And for as long as Punk and AJ have known each other off-screen, they've only tagged together for a few brief matches on Raw. Training together is one thing, competing together is another. Punk and AJ are going to have to be fast learners tonight.
A lot of variables at play in this intergender tag match. All four competitors have been subject to mixed tag rules before, where the men could only fight the men and vice versa. But tonight, intergender fighting is allowed.
And I know both Maurice and AJ Lee have that chip on their shoulder. Maurice has always looked down on CM Punk and would love nothing more than hurting the best in the world. Let's not forget that AJ Lee used to be general manager of Raw, where Miz was a constant nuisance. Now she can let her frustration out without any fear of professional retribution.
In a well-timed counter.
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues, while Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who put in years of training, but also won the first season of NXT, the truth of the matter is that a real WWE superstar will take any opportunity given to them to get their foot in the door. There's no shame whatsoever in how Miz and Maurice got here, and their success since is proof that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the It couple is going to finish strong tonight. Of that, I am sure.
Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history, she was the longest reigning title holder. Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into the Anaconda Vice.
AJ gets fended off.
CM Punk connects with a Uranagi.
He lets his opponent out of a submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
She's able to steer clear of that attack. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade, jealous? Miz is the Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Look out!
Suicide dive!
Throwing all caution to the wind and flying around like a bat out of hell.
Tag made. Double team coming. Up to the top rope. Way up high.
Dim the spotlight, roll the credits. Miz and Maurice are about to exit stage left. Oh. Man, this might be it.
AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade of...
From the top, all the way to the outside.
like a heat-seeking missile right on target.
And just as destructive. Maurice fires back. Kick gets caught.
Knee right in the moneymaker. Bam!
Jumping neckbreaker. Ouch.
If she can turn things around here, I'll be speechless.
Drop kick connects.
At this point in the match, there's no time to recover. The damage is done.
He's able to counter that.
Miz looking to embarrass his opponent. Quick thinking right there.
Drop kick on target.
Maurice saves herself.
Oh, what an elbow high in the chin. AJ knocks her opponent down into a shining wizard. And now going for the victory.
Is this it? Ah, there it is. Punk and AJ get the win.
Here are your winners.
Truly fantastic. Facing a litany of all-time WWE greats, crossing through time and space itself, testing out new technology, we've experienced a showcase like no other and had a huge part in how it all ended up. How does it feel? What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness, and I think I did them all justice here today. When we honor the past, when we keep the names of legends alive long after they're gone, we show respect to them for their own journeys. And here in the WWE 2K26 showcase, I know we did things a little differently. Hell, there's some people out there that choose to do a full gauntlet instead of taking it one step at a time. Insanity, but that's the point. We only get one go, and if you don't do it as authentically as possible, if you don't do it your way, then why even bother? I built my entire career on that approach. Some love it, some don't, but you can't win them all. And if you try, you will drive yourself crazy. So always do what's in your heart. Always. Thank you for letting me do the whole 2K showcase a little differently. Thank you for always having my back. And thank you for showing that a true underground kid can one day be the most mainstream success, as long as they stay true to themselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dog waiting for me.